Today, guys, we are going to be ranking NHL teams based off of my feelings and vibes today. Hi, my name is Ariel. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to be ranking NHL teams. We're going to be taking into account my feelings. This is based off of my opinion. So if you disagree, this team should be rated higher, this team should be ranked lower, let me know in the comment section. I love a good discourse, but at this point, I've only been an NHL fan for about 5 months. So for me, this is all very new. Obviously, I'll redo this ranking next season. Well, after the end of next season, because I think I'll have a lot more time to explore some of the other teams that I have not been able to see play a lot or interact with their players or interact with their social media pages, etc., etc. So let's go ahead and go off of some of these rankings. Our rankings are S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. So S tier is going to be, I would be absolutely crushed, devastated. It may need a week to a couple months or maybe never. Will be upset if they do not make it in the playoffs or win the Stanley Cup. Like, that's my S tier teams. These are the teams that I see a lot on social media. These are the teams that I know more players on than I know any other teams. That is what S tier is. A tier is, I would feel sad if they got kicked out of the playoffs and didn't win the Stanley Cup, but I probably would get over it within 24 hours. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I like the team. I know a couple players on it, etc., etc. B is going to be our tier that it's like, I like the team, but I don't really have much emotional connection with the team enough to care if they win or lose the Stanley Cup. Like, okay, if they lose, like, all right, try next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even be upset, basically, if they lost. C tier is going to be your teams where I know a little bit about them. I may know a little bit about the players, but I don't care for the team. And when I say I don't care, it just means I haven't had enough time to develop any real feelings or any real emotions towards the team, whether it be good or bad. It's just the team's there, okay? And then D tier is going to be the teams that I either know fuck all about, or I don't actually like the team based off of how I feel about the team when I am bringing them up in discussions, okay? Or if their name pops up on their screen, this is how I feel about the team in particular. So let's go ahead and rank these teams. So we're going to be starting off with the Anaheim Ducks. I know a little bit about the team. I will say that I think it's a fun team to watch. The only player I really know is Leo Carlson, and that's only because of the offer sheet and that whole the Flyers debacle. But other than that, I don't really care too much about the team's wins or losses. I know a little bit about the team. I kind of like the team a little bit, but it's never that deep. So I think I'm gonna go ahead, and you guys are kind of in the way of me. Let me move you guys out the way because I can't even see my cursor. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the Ducks up to, let's go ahead and do B tier. I think they deserve to be in B tier. I like the team. I've seen them on social media a little bit, but other than that, next team we have on our list is the Boston Bruins. I was a little bit upset when they got kicked out of the playoffs. I'm not gonna hold you. I love Jeremy Swayman. I am a goalie girly. What does that mean? That means I love a good goalie. I love my goalies. I feel for my goalies. I love my goalies. That's all I have to say. So for me, I love Jeremy Swayman. I love the Boston Bruins. I was a little bit upset when they got out of the playoffs. It wasn't too crazy work. Like it wasn't that heartbroken. Like I got over it within like a day, but it was hard because they were the other team that I was also rooting for earlier in the playoff series to win and get all the way up. Like if the Pittsburgh Penguins didn't get in, I was like, okay, the Boston Bruins, and both of them did make it out of the first round. So I'm gonna definitely go ahead and put them in A tier. I wasn't too devastated, and I hope they make it back next season. But yeah, that's how I feel about the Boston Bruins. Next on the list here, we have the Buffalo Sabres. I don't really know too much about the Buffalo Sabres. I know they have the goalie, what's his name? Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. I hope I said it correctly, because, I don't want to be flamed like ESPN. But I don't know if... I think their series when they lost against the Canadiens, I'm pretty sure I was rooting for the Canadiens. But I like the team. It's a young team. I wish them well next season. But when they got knocked off, did they get knocked off by the Canadiens? They did, because Canadiens lost to the Hurricanes. I didn't feel too much of a way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put them in B tier. They're definitely a team that I like a lot. I like some of their players. But other than that, it's never that deep. It's never that deep. Next we have is the Calgary Flames. I'm so sorry. I don't really know anything about this team.
I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing.
I don't think I know anyone on this team. I don't think I've seen of them on social media. I have no feelings towards this team, negative or positive. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Calgary Flames. I'm going to go ahead and put them in C tier, where put them in D tier. I don't know much about the team. I don't know much about the players. I don't even know who their goalies are, just off of looking. I'm pretty sure if I Google or something like that, I probably could find a player I've heard of. But other than that, I don't really know much about the Calgary Flames. Maybe I'll try to get more into them or watch a couple of their games maybe next season. But other than that, that's how I feel. Next, the reason why I'm doing this is because you guys are right in front of my screen. Right in front of it. Either way, next we have is the Hurricanes. They have definitely grown on me. I'm not gonna hold you. I was rooting for the Canadiens when they got knocked off, but the team has grown on me. After their series with the Golden Knights, I got to know more about the team. I got to know more about their goalies. I'm so sorry Anderson's not gonna be on the team next year. He's gonna be with the Oilers, I believe. But just their story and their coach being someone who won the Stanley Cup back in 2006 and is coaching this team now, and he was the captain as well, winning with the team 20 years later. It's amazing. I love their story. I love their backstory. I can't wait for next year. Bussy, I love Bussy. I follow Bussy's wife on social media. Love her down. Love all of the players. Stahl, Taylor, all of them super good guys. Love just watching them win. It was very emotional. I loved it. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and rank the Hurricanes very much higher than I probably would if we started the playoffs. If we started the playoffs and I was ranking teams, Hurricanes definitely would have been closer to the bottom of the ranking. But since I was able to get to know the team a lot more due to the playoffs and ultimately their Stanley Cup win, we're gonna go ahead and rank them a little bit higher. I was super happy that they won, so we're gonna go ahead and rank them. I'm gonna put them as an A tier, just because even though I'm happy that they won, if they were going up against my Western Conference team that I actually wanted to win this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop up what my bracket looked like when I made it. I wanted the Avalanche to win the Stanley Cup. It's just crazy work. I wanted the Avalanche to win. So I think if the Hurricanes were going against like the Avalanche from the West, I probably would have been devastated that the Avalanche lost. But because they were going against the Golden Knights, and unfortunately I don't care too much about the Golden Knights, I didn't watch a lot of them during the season, I obviously was rooting for the Hurricanes during the Stanley Cup final. But yeah, I'm gonna rank them as an A because I got to know the team a little bit more, so there is that emotional connection there. But other than that, if they were going against any other team, it probably would have been up. But okay, next we are gonna go with the Chicago Blackhawks. I don't necessarily know too much about the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm not gonna hold you guys. I know that there's Bedard there. I know Patrick Kane is coming back. I don't know anyone else. I don't know anyone else, and I don't really have much of an emotional connection to the team either. So we're gonna go ahead and put them in D tier. Maybe, and I think what I'll do and focus on next year is that any team that I have in a D tier that I just didn't know much about this season, I think I'm definitely going to prioritize watching a lot more of their games, interviews, and etc., so that I can kind of get to know the team a little bit more. Oh, but since Patrick Kane is coming back, I did put it on my in my notes. I would like to watch their season opener game. It will be super nice to see, you know, his homecoming. I know for a fact that I read somewhere that the Blackhawks offered Bedard the captaincy that's vacant currently right now. But I know he offered it over to Patrick Kane, so we'll see where that ends up. They may have already ended it. I've been doing a lot of stuff this morning. I haven't really been on social media, so they may have already announced that. If they have, I'll pop it up here. But other than that, yeah. Next we have is the Avalanche. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and rank them S tier. They were one of the teams coming into the season that I really loved a lot because I really latched on to Brock Nelson. Don't know why, from the Olympics. So for me, I particularly really loved the Avalanche. They were one of those teams that when I started watching the NHL after the Olympic break, they were the team that I kind of latched on to first. Not even my hometown team, not even the team that I've chosen to be my team. They were that team for me, and I love the Avalanche. Gonna put them out as an S tier. I was super upset that they got out of the playoffs. They were pissing me off, honestly, in the playoffs, so I'm a little irritated with them right now, but I'm still gonna rank them S. I was upset that they were out. So next we have is the Columbus Blue Jackets. We're gonna automatically just put them as an S tier because that is my team. That is the team that I chose as my team. I am from Ohio. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. I still live in Cleveland, Ohio. And so for me, I have a rule of thumb that the way that I root for sports teams is it's Cleveland, Ohio, and then if there's nothing in Ohio, then it's free range on how I feel about a team. So because there is a hockey team in Ohio, I decided that that will be my team to root for, which is crazy work because then they had all the turmoil with Borensky and all this type of stuff. It's crazy work. Crazy work. But either way, I'm happy everything kind of settled down a little bit now. It's kind of quiet for them for this off season, and we'll see what the next season looks like. They were pissing me off as well because they were actually pretty good before the Olympic breaks, and I just feel like they just went downhill. Every time I watched their game, they were pissing me off, and they missed the playoffs. So there's that. The Dallas Stars. I like the team. Do I even like the team? No. Yeah, I do. I like the team, but I honestly, That's really it. That's really it. I like the team, but I honestly don't know much else. So I think they're my first team that I'm gonna rank in the C category, because I do know some of the players on the team and I do like the team. I just haven't explored them enough to rank them higher than a C. I can't put them in the Ducks and the Sabres because I can't put them there. I would say I know a little bit about the team. I like the team a little bit, but other than that, I can't put them in D because it's not like I don't know anything about the Dallas Stars, and it wasn't like I didn't watch some of their games before the playoffs. I just can't rank them higher than C at this point. So maybe I'll watch more of them next season, but yeah. Next we have is the Detroit Red Wings. I personally don't know much. They are a team that I'm probably going to rank in D. We're just gonna go ahead and put them in D because that's neither here nor there. I don't know much about them outside of the whole Dylan Larkin fiasco. Maybe they're a team that I start watching a little bit more, which is crazy because Dylan wants to leave. So am I gonna be watching like a bad team next year? Who knows? But as of right now, I can't rank them higher than D right now. I just is what it is. Let's go ahead and move on to the Oilers. I like the Oilers. Outside of the Avalanche from the West, the Oilers was my other team that I liked a lot coming out of the West. Now that Freddie Anderson also is on that team, it definitely bumps them up. I think the Oilers for me would have been a B. Definitely, I didn't really care either way if they won the Stanley Cup or not, but I did like the team. I did like the team. They did piss me off a little bit when they were knocked out. Were they knocked out the first round or second round? Who knows? I don't remember. But either way, I was a little bit upset that they got knocked out because they were my other team that I really liked a lot. But other than that, I wasn't that devastated. I was just more pissed off by their gameplay. Like, they were pissing me off the way that they were playing hockey. But other than that, now that Freddie Anderson is on the team, I'm definitely going to rank them higher. I'm probably going to put them in the A tier for that reason. Freddie Anderson is really pulling their weight for the Oilers, because if Freddie Anderson had remained with the Hurricanes, Oilers definitely will probably be a B tier team. Next we have is the Florida Panthers. I'm not going to hold you. I did not watch a lot of Florida Panthers games last season, so I don't know much about the team, and they have the Kachuk brothers on there. So and because they had won the Stanley Cup recently, I didn't want to become a bandwagon. I hate being a bandwagon fan. So I just didn't really care too much about the team. I think they didn't make the playoffs. So I wasn't able to see them play either much because they didn't make the playoffs. And I don't like it when people LeBron James, if you want to call it that, like when they team up with other people because they know they're gonna win. Like, I'm low-key rooting against the Panthers this year. Like, I hope they don't win the Stanley Cup. Like, I don't care how far they make it on the East Coast. I don't care if they run through everyone on the East Coast and then some. I hope they lose because I hate when people team up with other teams just to win the Stanley Cup instead of sticking with their own team, because the Ottawa Senators made it into the playoffs. Like, I don't understand why he wanted to leave. Whatever. So D tier, just because I don't like that whole situation. Like, that pissed me off. Like, I don't like it when people go to other teams. Like, they have a good team, and instead of trying to build with the team that they have, they try to go and build like a super team. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. So we're gonna go ahead and rank them as D. I am definitely rooting against the Panthers. It has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with whether I care for the players or not. I just don't like the whole super group, super player situation that's going on in Florida. So next we have is the LA Kings. I don't really know much about the LA Kings as well. The only thing that I know for 100% sure is the one player that retired after they were knocked out of the the playoffs. Other than that, I don't know much about them at all. So unfortunately for the LA Kings, they will be ranked at a D. I will try to prioritize watching some of these teams that I just don't know about during the next season. Unfortunately, with half a season and so many games left because of the Olympics, I just wasn't able to catch a lot of their games. So next we have is the Minnesota Wild. I actually like the Wild a lot. They were one of the other teams that if they had came out the West, I would have liked them a lot. I forget which Hughes is on there. I think it's Quinn. And I think Jack and Luke are on the Devils. But yeah, I really do like the Wild. They are a team that I like to watch play. Other than that, also when they were playing the Dallas, I was rooting for the Wild against the Dallas Stars. I will say, as the Wild goes, I didn't feel overly devastated that they did not make it out of the West. Like I said, the team that I really, really wanted to make out the West was the Avalanche. The Wild, even though I was a little bit upset, it wasn't like that major. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and rank them in the A tier. Next, we're going to go over to the Montreal Canadiens. This is another team that came out the East that I really did like a lot. I liked some of their players, etc. They were pissing me off. Oh my God, the Montreal turnover Canadiens couldn't keep the fucking puck in their hands. Either way, I was rooting for them against the Hurricanes during their series. I did like the team a lot, but I wasn't that devastated. So we're gonna go ahead and rank them at A tier. Next we have is the Predators. This is gonna be a real easy one. We're gonna put them at a D. I don't know much about the Predators. I don't know much about the team. I can't even tell you a player that's on that team. I can't. I didn't watch many of their games last season, unfortunately. Next we have is the New Jersey Devils. I know about the team. I like the team a little bit, but like not crazy. So I'm definitely going to put the New Jersey Devils in the C tier. That's where they're going to reside for me. I can't rank them higher than a C, but I don't want to put them in D because they're not a team that I don't know anything about. And it isn't like I did not catch any of their games last season. It's just that, like, I don't think I like them that much, if that makes sense. Next we have is the New York Islanders. I love the Islanders. I love Matthew Schaefer. I love all of them over there. I'm definitely gonna have to rank them at a B. They are a team that I did prioritize watching in the season before playoffs. Obviously, they didn't make it to the playoffs, but I did like the team a lot. Like I said, I love Matthew Schaefer, but them not making the playoffs I didn't feel it any type of way. So definitely gonna rank them as a B. That could change next season. Next we have is the New York Rangers. Again, this is a team that I didn't really catch play a lot last season, and I'm trying my best to think about a player that I know on that team, and nobody is coming to mind. I'm definitely gonna have to rank them in the D tier. Unfortunately, sorry. I don't know much about y'all. Next we have here is the Ottawa Senators. Before he left the team, they would have ranked lower. But now that I think he has left the team, they would have ranked probably a C tier. But because they got William Eklund, that raises them up to a B tier. I love William Eklund. I'm gonna miss him on the San Jose Sharks this next season coming up. Also, it's a pretty nice young team. Also, it is the resting place for Ilya Rozanov and Shane Hollander. All right. I'm fucking with y'all. But either way, yeah, I definitely am going to rank them higher due to the player that they acquired this offseason. I really do like William Eklund. He seemed like a super well-rounded young player, and I'm hoping the Ottawa Senators make it into the playoffs next season as well. Even if they don't make it far, I'm hoping that for them. Next we have is the Flyers. I again was rooting against the Flyers because I'm pretty sure they played the Canadiens. Was it Canadiens? I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think it was the Canadiens that beat them. So I do love the Flyers. I love the Flyers team. I love the way that they play. I just didn't care too much that they got knocked out. So we're gonna go ahead and put them at a B tier for that reason alone. Moving on, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw up the TikTok videos, and then come back to give you my rankings. So go ahead and watch those TikTok videos. I'm so fucking devastated. The Pits lost in overtime, 1 goal, and then talk about so-and-so may not be back. What are we talking about? I just got here. I just got into fucking hockey, and people that I like are leaving. What do you mean? Don't get me wrong, he is 38. He Sydney is 38. My man's old. But that sucks. Yeah. Ugh. It's gonna be hard watching White Cats. I don't want to hear about their loss. I don't want to hear about it. I'm not watching the Utah and the Vegas game. I honestly just don't care enough to watch either team. I gotta pick a new team, so maybe I'll go with. I'm either gonna go with the Bruins, which they're down 2, so. Y'all, I may post in the morning, but I have gotten so emotionally invested in the Penguins run. Like, you don't even understand how devastated I am. And to find out that my backup team is also down is not good for me. It's not good for mental health. I don't care about any the other teams in the East. I don't care about the Hurricane. The Flyers got swept in the power of Sidney Crosby. Okay, on another note, I feel so bad for their goalie. He did so well. The Flyers go. You have to understand. Listen, I got a Sidney Crosby jersey, but I am a goalie girly at heart. I love my goalies. It does not matter what team. I just love the goalies. They always have my freaking heart. I love my goalies, and I felt so bad for the Flyers goalie. He played his little heart out. He was so mad that he let that last puck go in. But the Flyers got swept. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and rank the Pittsburgh Penguins S tier. S tier. The crash out. Do I need to put up my bracket? I had them making it out of the East. I had. Let's move on. Next, we have the San Jose Sharks. I love the San Jose Sharks. I really hope they do well this year and make it to the playoffs this year. I think also with a lot of their acquisitions over the summer, and also with Macklin Celebrini, I think this is their season, just based off of like what I've been seeing from them, that they should make it at least into the playoffs this season. I don't know who's going to be out, but I feel like they should be able to make it into the playoffs this season. I'm definitely going to rank them a little bit higher. I was super sad not to see them make it into the playoffs, but I wasn't that devastated, as you guys know. So I'm going to go ahead and put them at an A rank. That's because of that. Moving on, we have the Seattle Kraken. I don't know much about the Seattle Kraken, so we're going to go ahead and put it at a D. and let's move on, because I didn't watch a lot of their games last season. I don't really know anything about their. Whoa, they have Chase Reed. No. Malhotra. I could be wrong. No, Chase Reed is with the LA Kings. They drafted Chase. If I'm right, I'll put up here that I'm right. But if I'm not mistaken, Chase Reed is with the LA Kings. He was just drafted. And Manny Malhotra or something Malhotra is with the Kraken, because his father is like the new coach or something. Y'all, I'm such a fucking idiot. Chase Reed was drafted by the fucking Seattle Kraken. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Caleb Malhotra was drafted by the Canucks. I feel like I'm right, but I could be also mixing up the Kraken with the Canucks, but I don't think I am. So either way, let's go ahead and go on to St. Louis Blues. Again, another team that I did not catch play a lot this season, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and put my D tier. Maybe next season. Next we have is Tampa Bay Lightning. Again, this is a team that I just don't know much about. I'm so sorry. So we're gonna have to put the Tampa Bay Lightning here, D, because I can't even name a player. So sorry. Let's go ahead and go on to the Toronto Maple Leafs. I would definitely put them as a team that I'll put them in a C. They're a team that I like a little. I know a little bit about them. I'm super interested in their next season, just because I'm hoping Austin is going to be healthy. And then who the hell did they draft? They literally drafted number 1. How do I remember Chase Reed and Malhotra, but I don't fucking remember who the number 1 overall pick was? Hold please. Alexa, who was drafted number 1 overall in the NHL draft?
The Toronto Maple Leafs selected
Gavin McKenna.
forward with the number 1 overall pick in the 2026 NHL draft. Are you interested in learning more about Gavin McKenna and his background?
No. So let's go ahead and move on to the next. We have the Canucks. I'm gonna go ahead and just put them at D. I'm so sorry. I do not even know one player on the Canucks. Not one. Moving on, we're gonna go ahead and go on to the Vegas Golden Knights. Right now, I'm just not really feeling hot on them right now because of the whole Mitch Marner and his agent situation. So we just go ahead and put him at D. That could change. That literally could change next season or whatever. Also, I've read up a lot about their goalie, Hart. Yeah. Moving on, we have the Winnipeg Jets. I love Hellebuck, Secretary of Defense. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and put them at a B. Wasn't like super upset that they didn't make the playoffs. Didn't actually catch a lot of their games last season, but Hellebuck is carrying this. I told you I'm a goalie girly. He's carrying my feelings about the team. Now, I do know for a fact that there is some rumors possibly that he may be out of the Jets. So there is a possibility that by next season, which next season starts in what, a month or so, I may have the Jets lower if Hellebuck leaves. That just is what it is. Next we have is the Mammoths. I'm gonna have to put the Mammoths definitely D tier. I don't really know much about the players. I didn't really watch a lot of their season, and I don't think I watched a lot of them in the playoffs either. So we're definitely gonna go ahead and put them at D. And last but not least, we have the Capitals. Obviously, Ovechkin is coming back. I caught a couple games from the Capitals. I wasn't too upset that they didn't make it into the playoffs. I'm gonna definitely put them at a B tier just because I do know some of the players. I do like the team. I just, neither here nor there. So that is my rankings. We have S tier is gonna be Avalanche, Columbus, and Pittsburgh. A tier, Boston, Hurricanes, Oilers, Wild, Canadiens, Sharks. B tier, we have Ducks, Sabres, Islanders, Ottawa, Flyers, Jets, and the Capitals. C tier, we have Stars, Devils, Toronto, and rounding out the bottom we have here is the Flames, the Hawks, the Red Wings, Florida, the Kings, the Predators, the Rangers, the Kraken, the St. Louis Blues, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Canucks, the Golden Knights, and the Mammoths. That is my ranking. Again, like I said, this is based off my feelings and vibes just from watching half of a season. This could change. I will redo this at the end of next season after the playoffs to see where I rank these teams after being able to hopefully catch more catch more of their games, maybe be able to follow them more on social media, etc., but this is my ranking. If you disagree, please let me know down below. I love a good discourse. And yeah, that's kind of really it. I will see you guys in my next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.